Today we picked up our guides, the Tabaxi siblings River Mist and Flask of Wine. I like these two, adventurous and down to earth, also expert trackers in the jungle, which is exactly what we need. And also didn't hurt that they were cheaper than most of the other guides. With a little more preparation, we all headed into the dense and uncharted jungles of Chult. What could possibly go wrong? Day 1. The bugs aren't as bad as I thought they would be, which is fine. I mean, I don't have any aversions to insects, but I know they can be a problem for those with fur. I think Cloud has been using the bug salve pretty religiously. Day 2. I might have made a bit of an oversimplification. The jungles weren't 100% uncharted. We are making it out of the city's outskirts, and are currently in the in-between of civilization and jungle. I believe we'll be in jungle proper by tomorrow. Day 3. Well, we found a dead body. Poor sod was only a few days' travel from the city. It's unfortunate, really, to try so hard and get so far, but in the end, it really didn't matter. Well, he had some cartographer's tools on him, so at least I have something to do on the road. Also, I'm the de facto cook. Day 4. Well, today was interesting. Got jumped by some, I think River called them Deinonychus? Big biped feather lizards. We made short work of them. Well, the rest of the group made short work of them. I sort of stuck to the back of the troop. I can't have them finding out about my secret way too soon. Or at all if I can help it. We ended up getting some rations from the lizards, so it was a productive morning. After avoiding a group of very large gorillas, we settled down for the night. While I'm getting the evening stew prepared, Cloud and Fatality went off to get some grub. And then they came back in a hurry, whisper shouting something about a group of cannibals. So of course I had to run with a pot of hot stew while trying not to get found out. That was fun. River said they were worshippers of some sort of snake. I don't know, sounds weird to me. Day 5. The rain. I'd almost forgot about it. I'm glad I have an umbrella, otherwise it'd be a right mess. Saw a huge landwalker today. Flask called it a brontosaurus. Thing was massive. You could fit a circus tent on its back. And it was tall too. I think if I was on top of it I might be able to see the city if I needed to. Nothing else really happened. We found a bundle of expensive cloths in the tree though. And for some reason that makes Cloud thinks that they are werewolves, which turn out would be were-tigers, in which case that's kind of awesome. Day 6. I'm pretty sure that the heavy rain has got us turned around. Turns out we backtracked a little and found ourselves at the big river that ran through the jungle. No matter, we course corrected and we were back on track soon enough. Not much else to report. Scared some biters and a herd of unibunnies. Day 7. Well, I seem to have run into my first problem. I never brought this up before, but I don't sleep. Like, ever. I can, but it's more me laying down and closing my eyes for 6 hours, and honestly that's boring enough to drive a man mad. And apparently my being awake habits have been noticed by Cloud and Fatality. I managed to deflect the issue, but I'm afraid I'll be found out sooner or later. Day 8. After the last instance of being turned around, I decided to start properly learning the cartography tools that I picked up from before. Maybe I can help our guides not get lost. That, and I need something to do at night. Or I would be if I didn't have to fake being asleep so Cloud and Fatality wouldn't worry about it so much. I should probably mention our other traveling companion, my baby mimic familiar named Susie. I picked her up a few years ago, and I've been raising her to help me in the circus. She can't transform into many things, mostly a coin purse or a boomerang. But she's still been able to keep me dry in the last few days by being an umbrella. Day 9. Ran into a hunter this evening. He seemed cool, not much of a talker though. Sleep is boring. I hate having to fake my eyes closed. Day 10. Hunter was gone when we woke up. I like that guy. I asked about if the duo knew of any ruins we could explore, and they told us of an ancient city of Mbala. There was supposed to be some witch who could sway zombies and also maybe counteract the effects of the death curse. She certainly sounds like someone I would like to meet. Cloud tried to lick some poisonous frogs and burned herself, so she went to bed early, and I was able to stretch my legs. I miss the night. I miss staying up and watching the stars move. Even under the canopy I can still make out the constellations. Day 11. We found out something interesting today. There is a guild out in the woods calling themselves the Flaming Fists, and they're running a racket on the local guides. If you don't belong to the guides guild, apparently they can just up and take your belongings and send you to their fort. Pathetic. I really hate people like that. But it did give me an idea for later. I'll have to look into the dreams of River to see if I can't pull it off. Day 12. I think I would make a good rogue, the sort of person who gets the sneaky stuff done. I was able to make a replica of the rite of passage that would allow us to not have to worry about the Order of the Flaming Fist. And with that, I was able to buy us a week's worth of free professional guidance. Good job, me. However, me getting up this early was not an acceptable excuse for Cloud and Fatality. So to make sure I got a good night's rest, they both curled up onto me for the night. I never thought I'd be in a position where I was in bed with two girls, and it was a hassle. Day 13. Daylight couldn't get here soon enough. It was times like this I wish I could sleep. Sitting perfectly still for 8+ hours is mind-numbingly dull. But good news, we found the Shield Guardian. We talked to one of the merchant lords back in Port Nyanzaru, and he has a reward if we could bring back the Shield Guardian and the amulet that controls it. And yeah, we found the Guardian. The amulet's missing though, so we still have to find that. Did come across a small gnome skeleton with a fancy-looking walking stick. He had a cool piece of amber with a bug stuck inside of it. Of the tracks we found around the Guardian, we decided to follow the goblin tracks. Hopefully, since they were so prone to shiny things, they would have the amulet and make all of this much easier. After walking through the jungle and trying to keep to the right trail, we eventually found ourselves in a muddy battlefield. The feeling of this place reeks of death, and normally I think it would be best to avoid causing trouble. But unfortunately, Cloud woke up some skeletons, and we all had a dispatch of them. That night, Cloud came and talked to me. She was curious where I learned how to fight, and that it looked similar to her family style of fighting. Then she said that she felt that she really didn't know me at all. I'm not gonna lie, that hurt. I hate hiding things from her with a smile on my face, but I was told to keep secret for as long as I could. It's not like she can accuse me of having secrets. I know she has her own. Her and her family. Heck, I'm sure Fatality has secrets. And while I'm a nosy person, and I make it my job to know things, I do try to keep out of prying too hard into things I know that I shouldn't. I didn't sleep that night. I couldn't. I haven't slept in years. Day 14. The weather is absolutely terrible, to the point where we weren't able to make any actual progress this day, and we had to wait out the storm. Eventually, around evening time, we were able to get back on track, and somehow we hadn't been lost. We were ambushed by lizard folk and made short work of them. All of this would be so much easier if I didn't have to hide. Day 15. You know, people often say that goblins are dumb, and personally I think they're confusing goblins for kobolds, because goblins are surprisingly ingenious. We found the goblin camp and, well, the entire village was connected with a series of logs and ropes, and if you tripped the trap, everything was gathered up like a net and tossed really far away. The goblins built a portable village. Brilliant. Fatality snuck into the village, and surprise, surprise, the goblin queen of the village had the amulet. We decided to lay low until nighttime, and Cloud snuck in with Fatality. Between Fatality, transformed as a rat and using her sneaky magic, Cloud being really good at being sneaky, they were both able to get in and get the amulet from the neck of the sleeping queen. And once they were done and back safe, we sprung the trap and watched as the goblin village was suddenly snared and flogged high into the night sky. All in all, a very successful night. And satisfying.